Hi there, grade 9. Welcome to this tutorial about how to create a nice poster or a report about an artwork. I'm going to just show you some easy steps, and that will help you to save some time and to create a beautiful analysis of an artwork. So first of all, I'm going to share this template with you, but if you want to choose your own template, you can just go to Google Documents and select one that you really like. The important thing is that you don't go over 3 pages. So if the image that you select is really large, then it would make sense that you would perhaps use more than 2 pages for your information. But all in all, if your image is about this size, then I don't want you to include more than 2 pages of information. Keep it short but sweet. We're going to go ahead and get started. Template example, because it's an example of a template, you can write your name here. And then for the title, the report title, you can write, it can be anything of your choice. It could be something like Latin, I'm going to make them capital letters, Latin American Surrealism. And then here I want you to write the artist that you've selected. I've included a list of artists for you on your Google Slides in your Google Classroom. So please select one of those artists that I've recommended. There is information with a link on their names so that you can select or read information about those artists on a credible source. Britannica online. Right, so here I'm going to select Frida Kahlo because I really like this artist and I've already selected a painting that I want to discuss. And here I just put the date when she was alive, 1907 till 1954. Now over here, the image. Before you put the image, go to the website that is a credible website, hopefully. I've gone ahead and selected it beforehand because I really like this website. It doesn't give me all the information because I need to subscribe, but it gives me enough information about Frida Kahlo's painting that I wanted to analyze. And it is this one, The Wounded Deer. Okay, she painted this in 1946. So how I do this is, I just want to close these so I can show you. I go right click on this image and I say save image as, and I can rename it. I'm going to rename it to say The Wounded Deer. You can see that I've already saved it. So I'm going to then select that and save. And then I'm going to go back to my report and I'm going to right click on this image and go to replace image. And I'm going to upload it from my computer. The reason I'm doing this is because it places the image nice and neatly within the constraints of the page without distorting the image. Sometimes if the image is really large, it might cut off a part. Then you can right click and say reset image. This would reset the image to its original size. Okay, you can see that it adjusted the image a little bit. Before it was cutting off a little bit of the horns. If I want to not cut it off, I can right click and say reset image, and it will reset image within the constraints of the site without distorting it. What I mean by distorting is often I've seen this. You resize the image and then you are distorting the image. I do not want to see that, please. That's why that's a nice tool to use. And you'll see, look at the nice lines here. It is nice and straight, and that's really important when creating a poster, that you keep that the neatness of the poster is something you keep in mind. Over here, I'm going to write the information of the painting. Make sure that you select an artwork that falls within this topic, Latin American Surrealism. We are not discussing any painting by Frida Kahlo. We are discussing a specific painting that is surrealistic. So you need to make sure that you select an image that is surrealism. Okay, so here I'm going to write the title of the painting, the date it was created, and the medium the artist used. So was it oil on canvas, or was it acrylic on canvas, or maybe it was watercolor on paper, or maybe you are discussing a sculpture, a surrealistic sculpture. So that could be bronze or wood carving. Okay, so that is the medium. And then of course the size. If the size is not available, don't worry about it. This is not that important. What is most important is that you have the title, date, and the medium. Underneath that, I'm going to just quickly make the line spacing a little bit narrower. So I want it to be single spacing, and I'm going to make custom. I want it to be 0. So 1 and before and after 0. There we go. So that will just give me a little bit more space. This over here is to put your source, the reference for your source. Where did I find this image? Okay, you guys have learned about how to reference, so please make sure you do that correctly. I'm going to go and show you a very cool tool to use to make sure that you cite correctly. You can copy paste the link and then go to Citation Machine. What I don't want to see is the following. No, miss, this is not how we cite. Okay, so don't copy paste the URL for me into that section there. You can go to Citation Machine and create your very own reference the correct way. You'll see at the top, if you use a book, you click on book. If you use magazine, newspaper, journal, film, or other, we're using a website. So I am going to put the source in there and say search. And then I'm going to go ahead and say select. And voila, here's what they found. This is the information that was available. They couldn't find the publication date, the month, the year, or the article title. Now I know this article has a title, so I'm going to go ahead and say final step. And then I'm going to click on this and I'm going to manually put the article title in. I'm just going to go back to the website and go to the top. Over here is the title, Frida Kahlo's Wounded Deer Painting Analysis. And I'm going to copy paste that into this site. The contributors, the author, I think I saw who the author was over here. The instructor is the author of this article, and I am going to put him, so his name, Christopher. So Christopher in first name, and last name is Muscato. I'm going to go ahead and put that under the last name. And then the date accessed. They didn't include that. I'm going to write the date I accessed. I accessed this. That was March. I can just go ahead and select March and the year 2020. All right. And I'm going to go and create citation. And voila. There we go. Muscato, C, no date available. See, that's what ND stands for, no date. Frida Kahlo's The Wounded Deer Painting and Analysis, retrieved on the 19th of March from this website. I go ahead, copy, paste this into my document, and then I'm going to remove the highlight, and I'm going to close it with a little bracket, and there we go. Now I know I've referenced this correctly. Here, an introduction. I wanted to include an introduction about the artist, so you can write a little biography. I do not want you to copy paste information and then maybe just change a few words. That is still plagiarism, guys. So what I recommend you do is read about the artist and then in your own understanding, your own words, write a paragraph. What I do, what helps me is I read the biography or I read the article and I jot down a few key words like maybe where she was born, where she grew up, because that's really important about the context of discussing the painting, where she grew up and the time. Did she grow up during the war, or was there conflict during that time, or was it a peaceful time? Okay, because that can tell you a lot about the reason the artist creates their art. Art is from the heart. So the artist usually paints within the context and things that affected him or her of their time. So just a short paragraph about the artist, and then here you will include analysis, of the artwork. You can be more creative with your title over here and include the analysis. Same thing, please do not copy paste information. If you find nice information here, read what they say and what they describe about the painting and then summarize it in your own words. Use Grammarly. You can download it so that it will help you with your grammatical mistakes and also check your spelling, and that way you will also learn how to write very good material. So I hope this is helpful for you guys and that it will save you a little bit of time. I'm going to go ahead and include this template for all of you so that you can just insert your own information. If you want to add more pictures, you are welcome to, but you don't have to. 2 images, 1 or 2 images are more than sufficient. The important thing is I want you to analyze the painting, and it should be showing that you understand the connection that it has to the culture and the time that it was created in. Okay guys, well, have fun, and if you have questions you can ask me during our class time, and I will of course look at your work when you submit and give you feedback. Have a great day. Bye.